Marianne here. Yes, it is Monday, January 19th, and I'm happy to report I went to a meeting this morning. In fact, I went to one last Wednesday. If you follow me at all, you know I used to go on Wednesdays and then I switched back to Monday, and now it's been like since August 26th, I believe, was my last in person meeting. I have watched some online meetings here and there, specifically on Sunday morning, either at 6 or 7 with the same coach. But so I thought, well, I got to get back and get an official Weight Watcher weigh-in because I re-upped, I think just at the end of October, and I had the shingles. Was it? Yeah, October I re-signed. I was having issues with my tooth still. And then so I was going to quit Weight Watchers and just not pay because I was going to have to start paying the $45 a month. And so I thought, well, I'm not going. So my subscription is up from my previous commitment. So I thought, well, I'll quit and I'll go back when I can go back, when I can eat. So, but when I tried to quit, it gave me a 12 months at $25. So I took it, mind you. So instead of quitting and starting up again, I just continued, I guess. So when I went in Wednesday, I was asking her if I could start over. And she said no. She was going to give me a number to call, but the starting weight I had before, there was only a 2-pound difference. So I just thought, whatever, I'll just go with it. So, and I'm not even worried about the charms because I wouldn't accept a 5-pound charm or a 10-pound charm because I already have those. I need to get to my 25-pound charm. So when I get to that one, I'm going to take it. If they're still I think they're still giving them. I don't know. I haven't been. So I went Wednesday to my original meeting with my original community there, and it was fine. I just kind of sat there. I was kind of bummed that I couldn't start over, so there was that. And then, so, it's a good meeting, a good community. And then, so I thought, well, I want to do what's best for me right now, what's going to get me motivated and energized to go to the meetings and to do this once and for all, get this weight off and keep it off. So I, excuse me, I went this morning, which I kind of like going on the Monday mornings now that I can do that, because I don't have a set, I basically pick my schedule at work, so it's not like I'm going to get scheduled at Monday and then I can't go type of thing. So, there's a workaround, but I like it. I really like the coach there. Let's say the difference is energy, calmness. So I have 2 good meetings I can go to that I enjoy. So there's that. So I might go on Mondays and Wednesdays. But what's funny is in that meeting, she mentioned that she was leaving for something, and then the guide, who I really like, is probably going to take over, and I'd be really happy for her if she was taking over for her while she was gone. But then the guy this morning said he was going to be gone again for 14 weeks again because he's taking a class. So my Wednesday coach would be taking over for him on Mondays. So really not sure what's happening, but I'm not going to sweat the load there. Basically, I'm going to play it week by week. If I don't go on Monday, I'll go on Wednesday. My plan is to go on Mondays because it's at 8:30 in the morning rather than 9:30. The Wednesday one is at 9:30. So when I go at 8:30, I haven't had breakfast yet. There's a grocery store next door. I can get what I need and go home, have breakfast at an earlier time, and maybe get out on a walk or something and just have more of the morning to get things done. So there's the bonus in that. So it's an hour. It's an hour of play there. So there's that. But anyway, how did I do? So it hasn't been a whole week. It's been since Wednesday. I was down 1.2. For the year, I'm down 3.2. So, and that's without even really doing anything. Pardon. Excuse me. So we all know there's rumors going around that there's this new app, and I think I talked about it in my last video. I don't have the update yet, but my coach said this morning that everybody's going to have it by next Monday. Today is Monday, so a week from today we're supposed to have it. But with all the rumors going around, I'm going to go with what my coach says and hope. But it is what it is, because I want to do the all-in, because I need a good jump start to get back into, I sleep fine. I need to get into my activity and just stick into the plan and water. So the past 4 days, since I've been back, I've been focusing on my water. Excuse me, I'm getting a little air in my chest. Excuse me. So I did really well. I drank more water than I've drank in a long time, because I forget to drink water. I just forget. And so I know with the habits we're supposed to be building, we're supposed to have the cue, the action, and repeat, whatever. I don't know my cues. So my P's from my Q. I don't know my P's from my Q's. But I did really well. I drank plenty of water, more so than grabbing a soda. I still have my cup of coffee in the morning with my 2 tablespoons of creamer. Also been focusing on whole foods. So with the all-in plan, you just get your 23 points. So of course that's going to gravitate you to the whole foods so that you can eat. And what I found is, I know a lot of people are like, 23 points, that's not enough. I'm not going to get enough calories, blah, 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 blah. Well, I got plenty of calories and still had like 8 points left. Because remember when the 0 point foods came out and they were doing all these 0 point foods and everybody's eating like 6 eggs in a day and whatever. And then the big thing was, don't forget there's calories in those 0 point foods. Yeah. 0 point foods aren't 0 calories, so you can get enough calories without eating all 23 points. So I've been playing with it, and I have to say my grocery bill was kind of lower today, even though I spent $16 on 2 chicken breasts at organic, just because the chicken didn't look so good in the store. I'm just like, oh, I might start going to the meat market. I don't know. I'm just kind of picky about how the chicken looks. Excuse me, I'm still getting air. Okay, all better. So I just got 2 chicken breasts that I'm going to cook in the morning, because I have some already cooked for today. So I've been really good about that. And I also was focusing on not so much salt all over my eggs and stuff. So I started reaching for the Mrs. Dash, just the original. I've been sauteing like a zucchini with the Mrs. Dash and then adding a couple eggs to that. That's been pretty good. I've been eating like 1/2 cup of my fat-free cottage cheese with, I had blackberries. I finished those, so now we're on to blueberries. So I didn't mind the Mrs. Dash. I use Mrs. Dash on my chicken. I use the chipotle flavor one I really like. And so that's good. So trying to reduce the salt intake, because I was looking at those macros in the app too. So there's that. So basically, I'm going to do a week 1 of the all-in without having the update. And I think I showed you my planner last week, to where that's another thing I focused on weighing in every day. So I've already written my weight up here for today. So we're going to go back here. Basically, we're focusing, I'm pretty sure I said it, it's 6 things. We're focusing on water, protein, fiber, sleep, stress, and movement. So there's 6 pillars we're working on. So I focused on the water last few days because that's the worst thing I've had. And this week I got to start focusing on movement and try to get some movement, because if you've seen any of my posts or anything I've talked about, the tooth infection and the shingles really set me back. I was doing good until August when my tooth broke, and then it got infected. Then I got the shingles, so I haven't been eating correctly, and I'm not even. My teeth, they're okay, but see, trying to eat food with salads with nothing. Where was I? Liquid soups, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese. You know, yeah, I could have used some greens, but yuck. Okay, but I was suffering. Still afraid of peanut butter cups. Okay. But yeah, so trying to focus on those things because I've got to get moving. My shoulder's feeling a little better yesterday and today. I only worked one day last week, so I tried to just get off of that. It's not a muscle deal, it's a nerve damage from the shingles, but it's improving. So yay, I might be able to do some strength training coming up in the next few days. I don't want to overdo it. I scheduled myself 2 days to work this week, Thursday and Friday, so we'll see how that goes. And I'm not yet back at Disneyland because I'm figuring with the flu going around, that's the perfect place to catch it, because you wouldn't believe the kids are always coughing and boogers everywhere at the amusement park. They're having fun. I'm not going to be upset with that, but I know that my immune system has to be built up after, obviously, it was down because I got those shingles, and the infection from the tooth is what got me down. And so still getting out of that stuff. So I'm happy I lost a pound, 1.2, and I got to go to the doctor next Thursday, so we'll see what happens there. That's the Medicare wellness check. It's not a physical. I don't know when she's going to have me go get my blood work and that. I might just get it on my own to see where I'm at, but I don't want to be told to like go on a statin with everything I've been eating recently, because it's going to take, I got my cholesterol down just by myself with diet and exercise, so I don't have that genetic thing where it's going to be high no matter what I do. So she saw me do it before, and I'm sure she'll understand that I can do it again. I know I can. So I'm going to focus on, I got to start working on movement. So last few days I was focusing on the whole foods and the movement. And as far as ultra processed foods, so what was I using my points, and why was I having some left? What was I using my points for? I was using them for like olive oil, avocado, my salad dressing, my coffee creamer. This is my snack. I can eat these without putting my teeth in. These melt in your mouth, but I think there are three points. Let's scan it. Okay. What happens is you got to be careful when you're tracking in the app, because there's the block the camera. Okay, scan the barcode. Okay, yeah, 3 points. There are 3 points, and I was making the mistake last week because I had the big bags. This is only like, what is it? 0.5. It's half an ounce. So when you get to a full ounce, so 2 of these is 6 points, but if you have the big bag and you weigh out the ounce, I was accidentally hitting this one for 3 points, but the ounce is actually 5 points, so gotta be careful on my tracking. And then my Bolthouse Farms ranch dressing, they don't have the calories right, so I'm gonna have to go in there and create it to where it's, because it was having 2 tablespoons as, no, it's having 3 tablespoons as 2 points, where it should be 3 as far as, I think, I don't know. Yeah, because they don't have the calories right, because it's 50 calories for the 2 tablespoons, and then it was saying for 3 it was 68 calories. It should be 75 like my other dressings, which are 3 points. So I gotta go in and adjust that, because if I want to stay to my 23 points, I gotta be careful. And when I do have these pointed things, that I can still do it. So started on the whole foods and the water. and so forth. So I'm gonna start this as week 1. Each day I accomplish. Not so much. I'm going to just, as far as this, I'm going to, since food is a thing, I'm gonna give myself a Bravo star for being 23 points or under, and then like an exclamation if I go over my 23 points on this first week. So I'm gonna keep working on the Whole Foods. I have in the planner I have like workout stickers I can put. I'm not a big planner person, but I just want to mark off what I do. I have these Bravo stickers. Remember when we used to get a Bravo sticker? You don't get those anymore. And then I can mark it that way, and then I have so many kinds of stickers in here that I have. There we go. Be the change. Believe in yourself. Perfectly imperfect. Anyway, I have some that are like exclamation points here somewhere. So many. It might be, it should be in here. Did I use them as a bookmark somewhere? Well, I'll put a sticker. You can always just put a plain dot. I have plain dots. Oh, so many. Okay. I need to find something else for a bookmarker. I just was looking, oh yeah. I only have a few exclamation points, but I have like an exclamation, so hopefully I don't have to use too many, so I have those that I can put. I have more. Look, all of a sudden I'm finding them, so I have plenty of exclamation. Hopefully I don't go over too much. So anyway, so it'll be week 1, a dry run of the all in, because with even though I don't have it in the app, I can track my sleep, my water, and my activity, and my points, and my protein, and my fiber was the only thing they didn't have listed, but I can just write that in. So I think I have a plan. I just got to stick to the plan. I feel motivated. I've already gone to 2 in-person Weight Watcher meetings, which, I mean, that gives you that little extra accountability. A little bit more. You get that in-person, there we are. Here's the scale, facing it. He was, when I was weighing in, he said something like, keeping everything positive, and I was super positive when I walked in, but as I was standing on the scale, I just kind of said, well, I want this to be a negative, and he just kind of, yeah, okay, but, and it was, minus 1.2, so, got a long way to go, because my goal is like, my Weight Watcher weigh-in and my at-home weigh-in is different, because at home, I weigh in before I even have my coffee. At the meeting, I've already had coffee and water and things when I go. So I'm 201.2 at home, so I'm almost back to Wonderland, so that's good. But in Weight Watchers, if I can get this thing to switch back to where I want it to go. Open it back up, see if it comes back to where I want it. I've been having a hard time getting from the scanner back to my home page. So my weight, where's my glasses? This is really small. So at my meeting, so I started out at 205, and then today it was 203.8. So I gotta lose like 4 pounds to get into Wonderland. But I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to try to stick to the plan and see where it leads me. And I want to go all in. So it might be a 5-week all in if we do get the change in the app Monday. That would be awesome. So with being at so even if I go on Monday or Wednesday, I have my weigh-in day set to Monday, but if I switch to the all in, it takes the weeklies away and the activity points away. So my weigh-in day isn't going to affect how my points look on the screen. So that's the good thing. So it might be a 5-week all in. I'm going to try starting today and see what happens. So, but like I said, right now I'm focusing on the water and the whole foods, and then I'm going to move into the activity. So I'm moving into my all in because I haven't been active for a while, and I haven't been, I just haven't been. I've been sitting here rotting in a chair, and that's no life for anybody. And like I said, my word for the year is going to be live, and I'm just grateful I can get up out of this chair now. I have a starting point, and we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. So let's not put off until tomorrow what we can do today, because today is a gift and I'm going to enjoy it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry I haven't been around consistently, but I didn't want to come out here, oh, poor me. So I want to be a positive impact on people. I want to show that things can be done, and done healthy, and I'm not here to give advice, promote cures or any, no medical advice. We always have to seek our advice from our doctors, which my doctor is totally on board with Weight Watchers. So that's already been, like I said before, she was in a meeting I was at one time. So yeah. But anyway, let me know how you're doing. Let me know what you're doing. Give me a like and comment and share if you so would like to, because I'm not here to I can't tell anybody what to do or how to do it, because we're all different and we're all at different levels. And so just here to share my journey and watch other people's journey, and just celebrate each other in our journey and our successes, and motivate each other to push through to the next day. Okay? Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.